Now, a while ago, we did speak about a subject of this type, and now we have a breaking news story that I think it's quite interesting to tell. And we're going to talk about that particular story. If you don't know, we're talking about Passion Java, who's recently come under fire because there is a young lady that's out here claiming that Mandem is trying to be dodgy man kind of business. Mandem is out there trying to get rid of this girl and whatnot and stuff like that, or trying to get rid of a child because this young lady has come out saying that she is pregnant and Passion Java is the one who is responsible. Now, there has been a situation with Passion Java before with another girl that came out. It trended for a while. And this looks like it's a different girl. I'm not tracking the names here. You know what? Woman them don't hide the kind of people they are. Okay? Woman them don't hide the kind of people they are. And they constantly are doing things that tell you they don't care how they are seen or how they are. So they portray themselves a certain way, and they continue to do so because they've never been about the gospel. They've always had something else. Strict Reality Show with the daily Christian commentary videos on this particular episode. That's what we are talking about. Now, I've said about Passion before. He should stop associating himself with the office of a pastor or a prophet or with the church. He should just be a business person. He seems to do well with that. He should just be a social media person. All this jazz of I bought a suit for $500,000 and whatnot, whatever, dude. Nobody cares because nobody is thinking about sitting down and buying a $500,000 suit. If you are thinking that, you're weird. Yeah, you are weird. You're like plenty weird. Now, there isn't that many people who are like that. Now, there might be some people who are rich, wealthy, and so forth. But certainly a man of God, that's the thing you care about. It kind of brings up certain type of vibes. It's trying to attract a certain type of an audience. Now, I've also questioned a bit on these people that is a husband and his wife stays in America. Not even in the same country. His wife is in America and him is all over Africa, busy going around. Wagwan. Okay, because he'll be running campaigns in Zimbabwe and whatnot, campaigning for the ruling party and so forth. Now, the young lady said that she's been pregnant for a while, and now, even if it's late in the pregnancy, the man them is still trying to make effort to get rid of things, which is very telling of the person. Now, we might not have evidence of that happening, right? It's allegedly. This is what this lady has said. She said that this man has a lot of influence. He might be able to wield the wand around, his holy wand and whatever, and wish her away because he has influence with certain people and he associates with certain people who will give him access to certain places, right? Understandable. Now, the reason which makes it believable to a lot of people would be the fact that they've been in a situation like this before. And how did he handle himself in that situation? He came out making a mockery of it. Yeah, instead of answering whether there was such a girl, he was mocking the story. Now, this girl mentioned that there is other girls on top of just her story. There is other people. You can see the video on AMT7's YouTube channel. He posted the video over there. Now, I wanted to note a verse here that will tell you what kind of a person would be that type, would do that. And that's in Genesis chapter number 4. In Genesis chapter number 4, there's something that happens between Cain and Abel. And I want you to note here the responsibility aspect here. Okay? And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. Okay? And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain arose against his brother, right, and slew him. Now you think this is a brother versus brother rivalry. It's not just that. Even how we treat each other and how we go against each other and betray each other. It's about the same thing. He says then, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is your brother? Where is Abel your brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? That's the question he asked God. Okay? And he said, what hast thou done, right? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. You see, whenever someone does something like this, whether it be a bo, and what also that kind of hajj, and all that, there is something that speaks witness of your actions, because you've caused someone. There was someone that was meant to, and you have done a deed or something that has, you understand. YouTube doesn't like those kind of words, so we're going to stay away from saying them, right? But you know what we mean. But not only that, is that there is an answer that he gives to God here, which is very telling. Am I my brother's keeper? Every man is a keeper over. You know, that's the one of the things that God has put in to protect and to keep. When you see an abusive man, you look at him weird, mankind thinks. Why? Because it's foreign to you. You look at him and you just don't get, how did he get to that? Why? Because in you is being your brother's keeper. In Venda they say, Bana bang memti bala kanaba seba toyanzie. A vendor can quote it properly down in the comment section, which means children of the same mother will share the head of a locust. It means there isn't too little. There isn't too little. And also, there isn't an error that God doesn't forgive. But when a person keeps brushing over their errors, you are dealing with a certain type of a person. Question is what? Now, we've warned of what it does to a person when they constantly muddy up their understanding of God. When he was out there speaking all those things, when he was busy popping champagne and whatnot, go watch that video. I explained something there. We explained how Passion's actions show that he is no longer in right thinking about what he would portray about his faith. He would portray the faith in good. But what kind of a person doesn't portray his faith in good hope or in good faith? Is the kind that has the faith muddied up. His perspective of moral ground is muddied up. So as a result of that, he is now thinking, am I my brother's keeper? And remember, brother here is not brother as in thing. Yes, here it's a literal thing for a brother, but remember, it's within the same relationship that you would put it when Jesus says, who is your neighbor? When the Bible talks about that subject of the Good Samaritan, who is my neighbor? Is that the next person is my neighbor. The next person is my brother. Jesus even says, when they came to him and they said, your mother is looking for you. And he says, my mother and father are those that hear the word. You see that? For those ones that need reference points. Who is my brother? The one who is next to me. The next man is my brother. The next man is my sister. The next man is my mother. Right? Yes. And so, am I that person's keeper? It's the same thing that we said about women clothing. How you dress. Think about the brotherhood. Don't be thinking, about attracting them so much that you would compromise. You understand? No, he that has an ear, let him hear. You understand? Do not do something knowing that it would compromise your brother. Why? You are your brother's keeper. The moment a person muddies up truth, continues portraying vile behavior, there is no limits, they won't go. So it's not shocking to see that there is a young lady again after the first one came out and he was making a mockery. It's the Next Reality Show with the daily Christian commentary videos. Let people hear what they are hearing. If they are not hearing anything, don't worry. Continue in your path. Yeah, this video was not meant for you. We were never talking to you. Why? Because you've muddied up truth so much that we can't be wrong. Same guy who was doing nya 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 when he's talking, when people are trying to communicate something of importance, nya 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 nya. That's what he was behaving like there. What is this? It's behavior that has gone to muddy up the truth to such an extent that nothing represents truth anymore. Yeah, tell me what you think. I thought this was quite an interesting one. When you look at this chapter, and we think, oh no, it's just Adam and Adam's kids. Adam's kids were busy fighting each other. We are doing just about the same thing. When you see a child's value or another person's value, and you would degrade them to such a level, where it takes a camera for her to feel safe. She has to say something for her to feel safe. She has to record a video just in case you decide. Now everybody knows. She goes missing, we know. Why? Muddied up the truth. It's been out there acting all kinds of things, mixing the world and religion and belief. It has muddied up his view. That's the cost of what happens when a person muddies up the truth. It's Ricky. Y'all tell me what you think. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the comments. Y'all have a good one.